Hello, everybody. Skully Studios here, and boy, oh boy, is today a big day. So, as you can tell by the thumbnail, JGStudios has done it again. What a surprise! Let's start off with what he did to me. So, a while ago, there was this unknown user named Paxton Productions who leaked messages of us on Discord and brought it to YouTube on his YouTube channel. And we were trying to figure out who it was, and I proved with evidence that I didn't do it. And everyone in the server agreed that it was pretty obvious that wasn't me because I showed all the channels I had, and Paxton Productions was not on there. Now, you might be wondering if he agreed with you, then what's the big deal? Because even JG agreed with me. Well, I'll get to that. The next day, out of the blue, JG literally started accusing me and Izzy for being behind that Paxton Productions account with absolutely zero evidence. The whole server was sticking up for me. By the way, thank you guys for sticking up for me. I really appreciate that. And JG still did not believe me. That caused us to get into a huge argument, and JG said that I was too defensive, which I find complete and utter bullshit. According to Mully Productions, he DM'd me saying that the person who was behind all this admitted to JG that it was him, and JG tried to put the blame on me because he hates me for some reason, and I have no idea why. I've done absolutely nothing to him. I knew I was right about JG all along. That's why I tried to keep him out so many times, because he hates me for absolutely no reason. He always thinks he's right and refuses to admit that he's in the wrong. Also, JD has been randomly rude to GWR Henry multiple times, when in reality, he did nothing wrong. This video also has 4 special guests, Skully Studios, Billy Studios, and they're here to talk about even more things JD has done. Skully Studios, it's all yours.
Thank you, Splatter. Hello everyone, Skully Studios here. Before I begin, I'd like to thank my 700 subscribers. It means the world to me to reach this milestone. Only 300 more till 1,000. Anyways, let's get on with it. So, let's start by digging into the past. My experience with JGStudios 11 started in May or July of 2024. Back then, I was not as popular as I am today. I only made SGD videos up to 10. However, I would on a trip for 3 weeks to my grandma's house. Of course, I brought my engines. That's when I started my World Tour Engine series. JG was one of the few who commented a request first. We met there. Fast forward to about 2 weeks later, I made my SGD 13. This episode was requested by him. Then things went downhill. He started commenting that I cheat way too much. Now, some of which I agree on. However, he then started being rude about it, which I didn't like. He must have not liked it seeing me fight back, so he manipulated everyone around him and me to think I was an awful person. I didn't feel too great about myself, and I lost confidence. Luckily, the rest of the community was nicer, so they let me back. Okay, next we have the crude jokes. I got that jokes are jokes. However, JG always took things too far, bullying people like Splatter and such as myself. It really hurt the people that were basically attacked by him. He didn't care at all. No remorse. Isn't that just sad? Once loved and trusted member of the community, secretly being like this the whole time. Lastly, I'd like to discuss the recent things that have been happening off of YouTube. To start, JG had one of his friends take all the weird and goofy things that we said on Discord to ruin our reputation. Luckily, we found the culprit, and things were resolved. More recently, JG and his friends started bullying me in Discord for no reason whatsoever other than they thought I was annoying. I didn't get it. Luckily, neither did anyone else. I ended up being banned from the server twice by his friend, and I was let back both times. Now, before I go, I'd like to say one last thing. JGStudios 11, you did this to yourself. Try to change, man. You got to. Anyways, that's enough of me talking.
So JGStudios had done it again. So basically, he had still been rude to me after last month's drama. And look at the screenshot. He was so nice to me a year ago. I'm afraid not now. So, he's using puberty as his excuse of being rude, but none of us accept his reason because we have all been through puberty without acting like him. So, earlier this week, JGStudios have been accusing Splatter and Izzy Productions of having an alt account named Thomas and Gordon Productions. All of us are defending Splatter and Izzy, of course, but JGStudios is refusing to talk about the drama, like the reasoning behind it, and he is working on Tommy World when there's active drama going on. After Splatter and Izzy showed their accounts, JGStudios forgave Izzy, but for Splatter, he said he was too defensive somehow. Like, what do you want, JG? Because literally, after I uploaded the screenshot, the whole JG versus Splatter and Izzy thing got crazy. Okay, now the screenshot. So, JGStudios had been accusing literally all of us of who's creating Paxton Productions, and he leaked it in this DM. He said it's his friend. So, I took a closer look at whoever's in the server, and it's pretty obvious who it was. Like, I'm not going to say it here, because I don't think it's necessary, but it is basically confirmed that JG is the mastermind behind this. So, for some previous issues, it has still not been solved. JGStudios still makes fun of my age, for some reason, even though I've said multiple times he is 10 months older than me, so it doesn't make sense, literally. Alright, last but not least, I want to thank Splash Studios for inviting me to this video, and I would hand the mic back to him.
Thanks, you two. So now we have Raul, and my god, he literally cooked with his exposing video. Honestly, he probably did better than me. So big shout out to you.
Hey everyone, Skully Studios here. Before we start, I just want to say I have not made an exposing video in 2 years, but I'm doing another one this time with JGStudios. So let's start. So this was unexpected, but JGStudios has done it again. First, he bullied Molly Productions, aka Gabriel, on his age. Like, bro, you really have to bully someone that makes you immature? Like, that's not right at all. Second, me and some of the others try to change JG's behavior, but it always fails, to the point he DM'd me telling about how he could change to become mature. But I feel like he should ask someone else more intelligent than me, because I'm not always going to solve your problems, buddy. Ask an adult, not me. I'm not always going to be helping you, okay? Third, this is my theory, so I'm not sure if this is true, but some of the parts is true and some of them may or may not be, but okay. I believe that he is sick and tired of everyone that hates him so much, so he decided to ask one of his friends, which I won't say because of privacy. Regardless, he told one of his friends to pretend to be a YouTuber called Paxton Productions, and I wasn't involved with anything, but I made an image of weird things one of my friends like to say, like in a funny way. Like, we thought it was funny until somehow Paxton got into the server, which I believe he got into the server, and I believe he decided to save the image, decided to leak the image on YouTube. And everyone in the server was shocked and terrified. Like, how did this guy got the image? Like, is he in the server or what? And how do I know this? Well, Molly decided to leak an image of him and JG having a conversation about the Paxton situation. And he found out that it was one of JG's friends, because JG told him that he should pretend to be Paxton Studios, maybe to taught us a lesson in order to be nice to him. So which proves he's the mastermind between this. But JG wanted this lie to keep on going. I believe he admitted that it was him, the mastermind of it, and his other friend being Paxton Productions. And he decided to message Molly on saying, and I quote, "I'm not gonna just rat out my friend like that." Which JG hasn't admitted that it was him and his friend that being Paxton. So they're still not admitting. But fourth, He accused my good friends Splatter Studios and Izzy that they were the ones that made the Paxton account, and they showed their accounts to JG, but he still wasn't buying it. And everyone in the server was siding with them, including me. And JG is always trying to avoid dramas, like, oh, if I'm not part of the drama, then I'm just gonna peace out. Like, what? But it's pretty obvious he's up to something, and I just want to say I'm very sorry to Splatter Studios and Izzy for being blamed over this. I should have known better from JG. And last, this wasn't even supposed to be on YouTube, but I'm bringing it here, so here it is. So, me, Splatter, Billy, and Duck the Great Western Engine, we were playing Mario Party until JG saw we were playing without him. So, he got mad at me and my 3 friends because we didn't invite him, which only 4 people could play. And another person called Leo is Cool was upset as well, but we weren't mad at Leo because he wasn't the problem. It was JG that was the problem. We didn't feel like playing with him. After all, he was very annoying every time we play something. Like, he either tries to ruin the fun or with his whiny ass voice. And we tried apologizing to them like we're sorry we didn't invite you, but he didn't forgive us. And he said we're like a terrible person, but he is the one that's terrible. And I didn't really care about Leo about this drama. I only cared about JG to the point that he had to bring this to the Discord server. Yes, it was in a Discord server. He had to bring it to the Discord server telling us we were terrible friends. But it says the one that sounds like a chickman. So those are my reasons why I'm officially cutting ties with JGStudios. He is a terrible person, and I regret giving him another chance after his first drama, and I regret him giving him an apology after the Mario game. So, JGStudios, stop trying to act like you're right. You're not always right. Maybe look at yourself in the mirror and try to figure out if you're correct or not. You think you're so tough, like, bro, shut your bitch ass up. Okay, I think that was a bit unnecessary, but still, I'm officially done with him, so he can fuck off. But that's the end of my drama video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And JGStudios, if you're watching this, go fuck yourself. I'm Skully Studios. Peace out.
Well, there you have it. All of us will be cutting ties with JGStudios forever, and I mean forever. So, we are not going to give him a second chance. All of us are done with him. I'm done with him. Raul's done with him. Molly's done with him. Everyone is. And honestly, I'd recommend cutting ties with JGStudios too if you're watching this, because he is just not a good person. And it's pretty disappointing to see someone who is such a good person in the community turn out like this. Like, it's just so sad. But yeah, I'd recommend cutting ties with him because he's just not a good person. He's just bullying everyone like me, Raul, Molly, etc., etc. So, yeah. Lastly, I want to thank all of you who were a part of this. I really appreciate it. And shout out to Duck the Regressor Engine. Thanks for sticking up for me. And yeah.